Hi everyone! In this tutorial, we'll talk about designing projects. I'll show you how to create your project logic, also known as your logic model, and if you want, your problem tree. So here I am under project and under design project. See that right here, and under project logic. Now right now I'm looking at our demo project, which as a reminder, you find up at the top here by selecting your organization and then the project you want to look at. So to start off, Kinaki will automatically bring you to the project logic page under design project, because this is typically where people want to start when they're creating their project. Project logic is also known as the logic model or logical framework, depending on where you are in the world and who your donor is or your organization. So you may already have a logic model made for your project and you just want to populate it here in Kinaki to get started, or you might need to be creating it from scratch. Either way, you'll want to know how to go about it, so I'll show you that in this tutorial. Now, I said that Kinaki brings you to the project logic first, but I want to quickly point out that the problem tree page is here as well. So the problem tree function is useful for those who have not yet thought through what their project is going to actually do. So you may know of an issue or a challenge or something that you want to address or you want your project to address, but you're not quite sure how. In our problem tree, you can outline and think through the issue from the root causes to the problems and the ultimate effects that it has on a community, a group of beneficiaries, or a society. Now, because the functionality of problem tree is the same as project logic, I'm going to skip back over there and show you how to do things. The first thing you want to do is add a result statement. A result statement is your different levels of outcomes, outputs, and maybe your activities. So at the bottom of your screen on the left-hand side, you'll see the Add Result button. So click on that, and from this pop-out box, you can give your result statement a code, a description, and choose a custom color. So the code helps you to keep track of your results throughout Kinaki, and is pretty necessary actually. You can code your result statement whatever you like a numerical code, generally just numbering it something easy like 100 or 1000 for maybe your top ultimate outcome, and then go from there with 110 or 1100 for the next level of outcomes, 1200, etc. But that's just an example, and you can do whatever you like, and you can also edit it later. So for this example, let's just say 100, and I'm going to say this is a test. Oh, look, I already did that. This is a test, and let's give it a color. Choose OK and create. Okay. So once you create a result statement, it actually will appear at the bottom of your screen here, and then you can drag and drop it around. So a top tip is that the functionality of Kinaki right now makes you populate your top result first, so your ultimate outcome, or whatever you choose to name it. So once that's there, then you can build the rest of your project logic by dragging and dropping and attaching them downwards. But you can't say start populating your output level without first populating your ultimate outcome. But that doesn't mean that you can't write out whatever results you want in whatever order. They'll just appear all along at the bottom here. So say if you did a bunch in a row. And then when you're ready, you can move around whichever ones you want and drag and drop them to the placements that they need to be in. So you drag and drop to where you want your result connected. And so I have another test one here, but I'll just show you. You drag and drop. I'm going to connect it to this test one. And you'll see that they have populated together here. You can drag and drop it to the side or underneath the last result statement there. And you can see how everything is connected and what result statement leads into the next with all the connecting lines. To see your full result statement, so you'll see some of these have a ... here. You can't read the whole thing. You just need to click on the individual statement to see the full thing. Or if you want to see all of them at once, down at the bottom here is Show Full Result Statements. Press that and you'll automatically see all the full descriptions. And then you can hide it again. To edit your statements, like to go back in and change the colors once you've sorted the order of them all, just use the pencil icon in the top right of the result box. And that will bring you back into that pop-out box where you can edit your code, description, and color, and just select Update when you're ready. If you want to delete one, you use the X button in the top right next to the pencil. Now you'll notice that the upper levels do not have that X next to it, and that's because you can't delete an upper level result statement that has other result statements attached to it. So I can't delete 1112 because it has all of these activities connected to it. If I want to delete it, then I need to start at the bottom and delete these ones first, and then this one will become available. Or alternatively, you can move these activities into another spot, and then this one will again be available to delete. So to change the names or number of the levels, you want to use the Settings button right in the top right-hand side here with the gear icon. So here is where you can rename the levels, you can add a new level, and delete levels as you need. Click on them to rename them and update, move them around wherever you need them, or delete. To view the different languages of the project logic, you can use the language selector in the top right-hand side here. Translations can be manually entered by a project admin to fit the languages of your project. Just set a language under the project settings. To export the project logic, click on the Export button and choose your format, either PDF or Excel. Now to comment, you go all the way to the bottom and you'll see some other comments here from other people. You can write a comment on the project logic and your other team members will see that comment. And you can kind of have a conversation here. Now the other thing that's quite interesting is you can view your problem tree next to your project logic by clicking View Problem Tree. So it looks maybe a little bit funny in this tutorial, but if you have this on a big screen on a desktop computer, it can be really handy to see your top level, say your ultimate outcome next to your top level effect, and kind of do that comparison and make sure your project is really aligned with the problems you're trying to address. And I'll just hide that problem tree. So again, let's just go into the problem tree and I'll show you how the functionality is the same as project logic. So we're in problem tree. Down at the bottom here is where you can add an item the same as you would add a result statement, only here it's called an item. You add your description, your color, and press create. Now again, you need to create your top effect first before you can drag and drop your lower levels. And your new one will always appear at the bottom, just the same as the project logic. So to edit, again, you use the pencil icon. And to delete, same as project logic, use the X. And again, you need to delete the lower levels first before you can delete those upper levels, and that X will appear. To change the names or numbers of levels, use the Settings button, same as you do on project logic. Here you can again move these around, change the names of them, or delete them completely, or add a new one. To view the different languages, again, you do this, go back into the different language. Now here is an example of where we actually don't have the translation entered, and you'll see that where it says translation is missing. So that's something that, say, as a project lead or project staff, that would be something I'd want to do. Again, we'll go back into the problem tree. I'll just show you the same buttons exist here, like exporting, printing, snapshot, all the same as on the project logic. And commenting, again, down here, you can comment here and your team members will see those comments. I hope this tutorial was helpful. And for more information on these pages in Kinaki, make sure you read through the articles in the user guide. And as always, if you can't find what you're looking for, please reach out to us. We're happy to help. I'll see you in another tutorial.